This is Street Topics, where we keep it raw and unfiltered. We talk about the topics that you are afraid to, but we are not. You got myself, Sim, and then of course the one and only Donna Baker. He may make you mad or he may have you laughing. It's depending on how the mood you feel. Regardless, we're going to keep it true, get the facts, and keep it controversial. Are you ready for this episode of Street Topics? Stay tuned, y'all. This is Street Topics, where we keep it raw and unfiltered.
We bring it back. There we go. Now we back home light. All right, so what up? It's another episode of Street Topics. We are live, raw, and we're ready to hit you with some raw information. Hit about the conversation that y'all are afraid of. It's your host, C. Holmes, as always, but I'm here with my special guest, the one, the only, Sim.
What's up, people? What's up? Let's go ahead and get into the streets, because you know that's where I was born, that's where I was raised, and that's what I do know and will always know and never forget where I come from.
Hey, that's how you got to tell them how it is. And then, hold on, we got someone just creeping in on screen. You know, he over there trying to get ready, but we can see it from a mile away. He got them shades on. Yeah, I got you on the spotlight.
Yeah, I got my shades on.
We you know what we're gonna do about it. We're gonna put you on front stage. You know, we live on this show. Look, he ready laughing. Oh man.
We live already?
Yeah, we live already. You came in on CP time.
That's a good time.
Man. But
That's
before we get
correct Pacific.
that part. How you doing, Baker? Yes, we have the one and
I'm
only.
good in the neighborhood. How you
Hear them the
What's
drums.
up, Scott?
What's going on, brother?
How you feeling, Baker? How you feeling, man?
Oh, I feel like a fat kid in the candy store.
Shoot, man.
That means
you got something
that
sweet.
means you're gonna have diabetes.
With the sugar diabetes.
Not the sugar diabetes, y'all. Not the sugar diabetes.
Oh man.
Man, oh man, but let's hit on this topic. Y'all see the headline. Hey, we're talking about the emasculation of a young black child. Now, I know we kind of like hit on this a little bit, but we're going to go on in depth on this topic because I feel like this is something that hits a lot of black families all the time, especially in the time period we have now. We have a lot of different things that are trending. We having parents complain about like how their young teenagers are growing up, different perspectives and much more. And it's just like a whole bunch of backflash, seeing how like things are different from back then, and you know how that goes. But before I play the first clip, like how y'all feeling about this topic? Because I know we hit on a good chunk, but now we're going in deep onto it. Emasculation of a young black child.
Well, to be honest with you, man, you know, my thing about this, I understand this from firsthand, you know, and it messes a child up. But you know, I'm not gonna really get into it right now until you show what you show, and then I'm gonna make my little comment and what have you.
What about for you, Baker?
I'm gonna wait till I see the evidence, the receipts.
All right, so with that said, both my hosts have said, let's wait for the first clip. So let me go ahead and share this on the screen. We're going to start with this one right here. As they say, roll the clip.
At that time, they would call black music race music when I sung rock and roll. I was on RCA Victor before Elvis Presley, but they wouldn't put me on RCA. They put me on Camden. So when I would wear makeup, they would let me sing for the white girls. When I put on eyelashes and all that, they would let me sing. But when I went as a just straight dude, they wouldn't let me sing. They thought I wanted the girls. So if I came out a straight guy, they wouldn't let me sing. But when I came out with all the makeup on and all the eyelashes and all the hair, they said, Richard is a good boy. I never was a good man, but I was a good boy.
Who is they that you're talking about here?
Some of the whites in Macon, where I'm from, I came from a little town. You know, it was real prejudice back in that time. There was a lot of people that would love to have been flamboyant, you know, just like Kiss and Jimi Hendrix, which was my guitar player. He started out with me. Billy Preston, James Brown was my vocalist. Otis Redding, Beatles came with me. They started with me. Mick Jagger. All these people started with me.
So you really did have a dramatic impact and a great deal of influence on what would later become the mainstays of rock and roll music.
I was the architect at that.
All right, so we start with Little Richard. So like from this clip, this hasn't just been something that's new. From his claims and from this clip, you can say like this has been something that's been going on for a while. I have, of course, a lot more videos, but like, do you feel like this has been going on for a good chunk of time and just now becoming more aware with the attention of the social media? What do y'all think, fellas?
Well, I mean, evidently, what that clip is showing that it took place back then, and even further back in history, if you're looking at history. But is it going on now? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say yes, but it's more behind the scenes. You know, I mean, stuff is coming out with this P. Diddy stuff. You know, so that's evident right there. It's still continuing. The only difference is, you know, he's doing it to our own, more or less. And so, is it right? No, it's not right. You know, what's the gentleman's name who played in Empire as the father?
Oh, you talking about Luke?
Terrence.
Yeah.
I think it's Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he even indicated it in his own, you know, elegant way that this is going on in Hollywood. You know, especially when you're dealing with black men dressing up in some of the comedies of what's his name? The one that says Wokey's a comedian that everyone likes, but most of the others don't like. He just bought a military base down in Alabama. I can't think of his name, but anyway.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, Cat Williams. Even he has even stated and indicated that this is going on in Hollywood and that he wouldn't bow down to anything of such nature as what. And so the thing about it is those that are emasculated, now you have a choice whether or not you want to or not. You always got a choice. Now, the result of your decision is different. You know, are you greedy and you just want the money and you don't have no integrity, you don't have nothing, no pride about who and what you are, you don't have any pride on your family and what they've gone through, your family of what they've taught you, and you disregard all of the values. It only shows you have no values. You just looking at money as a value, and money has no value, and that's the illusion right there.
Man, that's a good chunk of information and solid points. How about you, Baker? Wait, how you feel on this?
Well, listen, Hollywood is Hollywood. Hollywood has been doing their job. And most of you black men will put on the dress for a piece of change.
All right.
You'll slap a wig on your head for a piece of change. You'll put on some eyelashes just to be in front of the camera and to become something that is called successful. Sissies, that's what they call
Wait
it.
a minute.
You'll put on a dress and walk down a church aisle. You let that stuff slip in the church, slip in the business, slip out of our house, on the front porch, into the streets, into the schoolhouse, and into your life for money. So it is what it is. And somebody got to stand up to this big mecca, this big giant of a thing that is totally deteriorating, called Hollywood.
All right, so
Got
what
some
kind
real men down there that ain't gonna turn, and some real women. But Hollywood has made more black men sissies than anybody.
This guy was cool.
Along with Little Richard was a sissy when he came out of his mama womb.
Oh Lord.
Punks. That's what we call it. Makeup wearing.
All right, so,
That sissy dead now, right?
oh God. Don't quote me on it. Just tell him, is he alive? Oh Lord, I feel bad. But so with the rise of like men getting into, you know, let's go ahead, one of the biggest ones, Tyler Perry. So you know he's known especially
I knew
for his
y'all gonna
character.
try to go that direction, but go
I
ahead.
mean, it's part of the show. I mean, he's been known for creating a lot of great productions. A movie
he's been
selection.
known to be a sissy. Forget the production. Black people call it what it is. Y'all will go out there at the United Church and sit in them theaters and watch that sissy patrol up and down in a dress with a big butt and titties, imitating some black woman. Mockery.
So you feel like this is like a disgrace to black women, what he's doing?
Tyler Perry do not care and like black women. He like black men and men period. I believe, in my aspect. He want long steak, not flat steak.
Wait. What? What
He wants some meat.
It's just, holy shit.
Basically, what he's saying, he's like that old commercial Bacon I know, when the woman say, "Where's the beef? Where's the beef?"
Oh God. Jesus. Oh God, we went there. We definitely went there.
Any man, he didn't just start dressing up. He got some practice.
Oh shit.
He was just able to trick us and get us to buy his tickets.
Oh God. All right. So with Tyler Perry dressing up like that, what are some of the messages that he's sending to young black male?
It's okay to be a homosexual. Get in touch with your inner homosexuality. That's what he's saying.
Basically, you know, I'm not going to take away that he is a good writer.
It doesn't make this
But
right.
No. Listen to me. I'm not going to take that talent and give him that. Give him that. Not give him that credit for that talent.
Because he's been putting some great
But-
production out there.
Talent too.
Right. But like what you said, and how he portrays is where I see that he crossed the line, because some things that he portrayed, it gives mixed messages to our community, and it makes our community look even worse when it comes to the dominant.
He don't make me look bad, and he don't portray nothing to me.
Okay, so
I
just
know a sissy when I see one. I don't need no book to tell me he's a sissy.
I'm
He's a
speaking.
drag queen. Come on, man. Let's call it what it is.
I'm speaking about how what you just said when you say when he makes it seem like it's okay for a man to dress up like a woman. Then too, on the other side, I also see in regards to how he portrays our big mamas back in the day, Baker. You know what I'm talking about?
That wasn't my big mama.
Well, you
Okay,
know what
so-
I'm talking about.
You know, you gotta explain to you gotta
he-
bring
My
it
big
down.
mama was real.
Define
but-
Big Mama Justin. Like, what's the characteristics of it? Because you know they're gonna be like, "Lost, what are you talking about?"
Well,
That's a big homosexual.
Big Mama was always somebody that, in my case, it was someone that the family really knew real good, and you always stayed there. She took care of you.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
this ain't no big mama. This a big
I know,
man.
I know, but I'm saying
In the outfit that makes him
in his
That's a
way,
big man that's being
the way
sued
I
for
look
sexual
at it,
assault.
the way I look at it, he's portraying someone as such to me as an
Himself.
insult, and it's an insult because. Don't get me wrong. There are some in the past of big mamas that they didn't play that. And they put
Well,
they
all
play
right,
their hands
Dustin,
on that
I
ass.
want to do something. I want to do something.
Go ahead, Baker.
We've been knowing each other for a long time now.
Oh, what you about to say? He about to
I
pull
want you to
something.
come on here Friday night and portray Big Mama.
Oh,
Oh
no.
God, you know that's
I
not
want
gonna
you to
happen.
slap a great
You know-
wig on and get
you know
some
that's
I
not-
would not do that
and get your, well, I just want you
whatsoever.
to show us that Big Mama. That's
Oh,
Big
God.
Mama.
I would not dress up by no means. How much the tea in China? I would not
The
dress
tea
up
in
like that.
You managed to do that, I'm gonna look at you crazy. I'm like, are you okay?
Come on,
I'm gonna sound like this guy right here, like.
No. You see, I already have enough hair on my head now. You can do it because you ain't got none.
What you mean? You trying to say it's shining over there? No, we ain't gonna miss over that. Wait, pause. You trying to say his head is shining?
Yeah.
I want to be a transgender.
Oh, God.
Well, you can go and throw that wig on. You got that Mr. Clean hairdo now.
What's up, Taki Brian?
Oh man. But no, I honestly, everything he's been writing in the storyline has always been something negative towards, the community in some way.
Wait,
if
you
it's
said
black women,
Most gay men don't like
it's always something against black women. If you really pay attention to the storyline, like this one that's out now, right? The one that comes out now, the movie is called Straw, right? Now, the
I'm
idea.
good, baby. How you doing?
The idea is.
Hold on, Doc. Let me handle this one.
You know who that is.
She calling roll.
But it's just the idea of the fact that in this movie, and I've just read it, I haven't seen it, and the point of a single mother struggling, trying to make it, do what's right, and having a hard time, breaks down, and then all of a sudden she goes to jail, no help, no support, nothing. It's those little things that people ignore that makes the community looks bad, make our black women look bad, that's actually trying to succeed, that's actually taking care of their business, and they're just having a hard time.
All right, so since we're talking about this, pretty much the child thing, so do you think that's sending that kind of image to young black women? Like, okay, when I grow up, this is probably what the pathway that I'm going to go into. Because we're talking about, like, how movies portray certain image. And what it sounds like, this is like the stereotypical image that's been portrayed through black culture and in our community when it comes to our sisters. So do you think that's sending a message to our young black women that...
It is. It is, because then if a young black child, male or female, is having issues or having problems in the family and is more mental, and the parents are not picking up on that their behaviors is affecting the child, they're going to first try to seek something positive they can attach to. And if they don't, they're going to end up trying to seek something that's negative, and they're going to go down the wrong path. And I'll give you an example. You know, both sides of my family, male, father and mother, negative. So let's be real on the show. So only influence I had was watching TV shows. Even though I knew they was fake, it gave me some kind of idea how I need to be, or how I should need to be, or how I could be.
Let's not try to be politically correct, okay? Now, if that check is right, you won't slip on the dress. Come on. Now,
oh, God, you are not going to let this go.
No, I won't. How wouldn't I do that?
Well, I'm going to have to go in and talk to Jesus, or he going to have to come.
You going to talk to Jesus? Wait a minute.
Listen, if the money right, but I'm going to be hanging.
Well, you're going to be hanged because I don't see that happening.
Oh, brother.
I'm going to say I got on. Here's what we got going.
No, brother. You won't see
you in the hot seat. They ain't put you in the hot seat. Baker done put you in the hot seat.
You wouldn't put on a dress for about $20 million.
Nope.
You're a fool.
I would be a fool that would still have my integrity and who and what I am.
Okay, wait, Justin.
I'm a fool with some integrity.
Because I'm about to say, all right, so Baker, would you put on a dress for $20 million?
Oh yeah, you know he just said that he would.
He just said he would. I may slap on a big mama dress. I'm trying.
All right, you gonna put the titties on and everything?
Y'all don't know nothing about that. Reconsider me after all the wrong I've done.
No, man.
I may have to say, give me some water bottles.
Next thing you know, next thing you know, Baker gonna be having the ABC community following him. Like, I knew it. I knew he was like that. He was playing all that time.
They're gonna get you because they're gonna look at the replays.
I'm just saying what money.
Don't you drop that soap?
And money can make you do strange things.
Oh.
But that's but you know.
Yeah, but listen what I'm saying. I'm
saying you're right.
I ain't seeing no man like this man was grabbing on folks and stuff. Only thing he gonna grab on me is that clock. What? Pow! Oh, it went off. But here's the thing: is this has been the media favorite. This is the new modern day slavery for black men. It's to make you feel and get in touch with your sissy side. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, man. You know, we got to beat
your feminist, excuse me.
It's true.
They want you to feel that way. And that's why, and I'm not knocking, that's why I have a problem with a man without facial hair.
Uh-oh.
The dominant culture.
No, you don't want the Mr. Clean?
The dominant culture. It's culture, if you study the history, it's culture for black men to have a beard or facial hair. Yep. The dominant culture always had a baby's booty on their face.
Oh, gosh.
He has a point.
Okay? But it's culture for us. And then if you look at the culture the way it is nowadays and what's trending, is women love men with facial hair. Of course, you got big mama who's not going to come out too much on the big mama scene with a mustache and a beard.
Right.
Just understand something. The dominant culture, look at your news media, the liberals and even the conservatives. You ain't going to catch many of them with a beard or facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so since we're talking about history, I want to roll this clip that actually got some little interesting facts when it comes down to this. So let me pull this up on the screen.
Say, man, where that woman there with them big jugs?
I know you heard that. I know you heard that. The one and only Taco Bell.
I'm going to juggle her right away from that man.
You know what? I want you to tell her that straight through her face. I'm going to see how this going to go. Anyway, I'm going to roll the clips.
But it didn't matter. If their masters didn't give them a new pair of clothes, then the men would be stuck wearing what little they had for days on end. This was probably the most psychologically damning aspect. You see, when boys become young men, it is normal for them to try and pursue women. But in the mid-19th century, boys matured very early. Most of them were sexually active and drinking alcohol when they were teenagers. Some girls were married off as soon as they got their period. By choosing to dress the boys more feminine, slaveholders established their masculinity, they wanted to make sure that young black men would have less of a chance of courting young girls. Some boys didn't get to wear pants until they were 10 or 12 years old. Others would receive their first pants when they were 14 years old. It really depended on their master or mistress, but it didn't matter.
So how do you feel about that one?
All it is still a psychological warfare. And it's still a psychological warfare that's going on to this day. Only difference is that some of us are woke. Most of us are still sleeping. That's what's going on.
They out of there.
Right. I mean, look at the Nicodemus, as Baker would say, that's walking around with their pants sagging.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they walk around. They walking around with the pants sagging. It's the same type of concept of what's in the video. Where did it come from? What does it mean? Now, just because the original purpose and the meaning is from the jailhouse, and then you come out and you're doing the same thing.
Wait, we're not just going to skip over that. Tell the people originally what that meant when a man was sagging in the jailhouse or in prison. Because I think a lot of this goes over their head.
Okay, let's put it this way. When they pants are sagging, it basically means that, hey, I'm ready to get screwed in fucking ass.
Man, not only just a Christian broadcast. Don't do that. Don't use that kind of language. You said that smooth. That rolled off your tongue and your lips like baby oil.
Well, what you know about baby? No, that's been in that. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No. Let me revert back. That's that old military being bumped.
That sergeant came out.
Well, I know one thing.
Yeah, that sergeant came out real quick.
I know you a real man, and you got a beautiful wife. But what we're trying to say is this, people. We understand what the dominant culture, and not even the dominant culture, the ninja culture, the YN.
Yeah.
I believe that I am the 10% straight, and the rest of the black men is 90% gay, from preachers, punk to politicians.
I agree with
Wait,
that.
Did you say into the pulpit? That. Not into the pulpit?
Yeah, to the pulpit. Because you have...
They got punkish preachers.
Yes.
Yeah. They beat their wife to the hair salon. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, most definitely.
Only thing we don't know, they may have lace under them suits and robes. Watch out, Baker.
Oh, shit. Gotta do like Big Mama.
And we need to get that, because what I'm trying to say is that what the black community used to have as a guiding post, a guideline, or ruler was the black church. And because of the black community has stepped down and walked away from what we used to hold very high, is the leadership in the black church. And because the leadership went sour, they went sour and started sucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that
making
is one of
building funds and all this kind of stuff. And endorsing the sisters in the church. Oh, say he can, they always up. And the sisters be up, making men feel feminine. Let me tell y'all something. I'm ready to go off now. I'm trying to hold my pressure down.
You trying to hold your pressure now?
Let me explain something to you.
This guy was good.
I know men out there. Y'all listening to us. I see you looking, some of you. Your wife don't respect you out there because she wearing the pants, the jerry, the dress, got the hammer and the nails. While you sitting down strolling through social media and not contributing to her family, so you already a push. And don't blame the dominant culture. We got to stop blaming them for our nasty ways.
Nasty ways?
They didn't give them to us. We copied some of their stuff.
That's true.
Y'all perfected. You niggas perfected. I'm getting mad.
And he's absolutely right.
No, back in the day when I was coming up, and I was born some time ago. I'm close to 100.
You ain't the only one,
and a
brother.
punk wouldn't come out and say he's a punk. We didn't have no come out the closet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
And y'all let them out. Should have kept them in there and hog tied them. And because some of you men are so weak and not wearing the breeches in your house and being the man you're supposed to be, all right, you ought to be emasculated and decapitated too.
So what do you say about those who believe that women should be also able to lead in the household?
We should what? Say that again, nigga.
Yeah, say that again.
There's individuals out there that say that women should also be able to lead in the household if the man
She
can't
ought to
step
be
up.
the head of the house. She ought to be. You ain't doing nothing, some of them. She shouldn't let you control the checkbook. Or no book, but a book you can read.
Yeah.
If you can read.
Not if you can read.
Well, you know, most folks that black marriages don't like to pick a book up and read.
Well,
And if you do,
we're not going to college tonight. I'm just saying. What has
shoot,
made
you
the
know,
black
you
culture,
know,
some of you guys,
I
that
go there in a
become
minute.
feminine.
Yeah.
And that's in the Bible. Go to Romans chapter 1. I know y'all don't like it when I talk the Bible here.
Yeah, and then you get rattled all up till you be ready.
Go ahead.
Okay, you know you gonna say your piece.
But Romans chapter 1 talk about you guys.
But in this situation, yeah, it's proven. You just said what I said earlier. It's been done through the years.
I'm not saying don't love people, but
You don't love the action.
from?
Yeah. And I think Baker understands this. You can still love someone and not love their actions and not agree with the actions. And that's why I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding thinking because you have to love someone, you got to put up their crap.
All right, so on that note, let me say this. Now, this is going to really piss a lot of people off. But you know, this is a raw show. We got to bring everything to the fold. So, with this, it's not only those things that are affecting the young black child, but also it can be the mother. And I'll start with this one. There's another clip too, but serious. I'm going to play this clip and you tell me what is this woman doing that is pretty much one of the key factors and things that happens a lot of time, not only in the households, but like in the workspace and much more. All right, I'm about to play a clip. And y'all see if y'all can catch what I'm showing on this one. All right, here we go. Yep, here we go. All right, in the clip.
Why can't we walk in unison and we don't got?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm breaking it down.
Break it down.
I'm breaking it down.
You got to move a little faster because right now I'm not understanding.
That's because your mind ain't keeping up.
No, I got a very intelligent mind. It's just the way that you're articulating this conversation. It's not translating very well.
I'm dumbing it down low as I can.
No.
Man, this is the.
Just from that short clip, what just
Well, I
happened?
can tell you the problem is that blonde hair on that black woman that belongs to somebody's baby doll. She need to discipline herself by not eating up all that grease and stuff.
Yeah.
With her fat self.
Yeah.
She looks fat and juicy. She got an identity crisis problem because
She does.
ain't no black woman that's black and ugly like her got blonde hair. You went and robbed some white woman of her beautiful blonde hair and put on your black dumb head.
And see,
Too much.
And I'm glad you said that because that is the thing that psychologically black women do not really see. When you change the color of your hair,
Well,
white,
I turned
and you make
glasses
and
off.
you straighten it up, your hair, you are actually trying to imitate something that you're not, which is someone that is of the dominant
So
culture.
you're saying she's been stripped of her identity because all this
She sure has
identity.
been.
Oh God.
See,
She damn sure has.
This is
All right,
modern day slavery. This is
All right.
from
The psychological
what
warfare.
the philosophers
Okay,
say.
so guys,
this is
gentlemen.
from slavery to the media, from school to prison. That's the whole
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
And so
So-
what we've done is the black man has always been systematically identified to slam him and emasculate him and bring on this feminine move for him because we have always been the white man, the dominant culture, or threat. Now let me tell you, Negro, something.
That is absolutely correct.
Look, I got this hoe by the tail. Let me whoop her. Now this
Whoop
is
it.
the problem right here.
Like that song,
The
whoop that
dominant
hoe.
culture,
Whoop
and
that
I'm gonna
hoe.
tell you this here, because I'm turning in my black card. The dominant culture has always, if you study history, now all my good white friends out there, don't misinterpret this, because I am what I am by the grace of God. He made me that way. The dominant culture has always been fascinated by the black male's anatomy. That's why you got the penal code, the penitentiary, the prison, penalty.
This guy was good.
It's come from the word penal code, penis.
Oh God.
He's absolutely right.
Okay.
Why? Okay, let me ask you this, Chris. Why, when you go to
No, don't just run over that nugget.
No. I'm bringing your point. Why is Chris? Answer this. When you driving, and there's a farm, right? Okay. And it's a farmland. You got all this and that, and there's a metal shaft right on the side of a farm, and it's shaped like a penis. Why is that?
Oh God.
Because the dominant culture has been fascinated with the black males.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's why they used to make you sit there. You know what I mean? Not you, but y'all. Not y'all, but thou. Not thou, but all of slaves. And the black man had to sit there and watch the dominant culture watch the dominant culture rape our women.
Exactly.
Okay, so with that
we
said,
learn rape from them. We learn
every bad and
them.
negative thing we have learned from them.
But think about it. That's where you get penal code, penitentiary. And now y'all done took the pumps.
All right, so with that, I'm gonna have to bring. All right, so I need, because y'all went on y'all whole.
Now who you finna bring in?
Bullet points, not y'all just shooting off the tail from the hip. But I need y'all to break down what exactly was this woman doing that actually was basically when I'm talking about emasculating a man. So I'm gonna pull up one more time, and I need y'all to actually explain to the audience, because that's just gonna go over here.
I can tell you right now before you play it. What I saw was simple. This gentleman is trying to explain something, and she's trying to overtalk him, and then she wants to sound like she's so intelligent by telling him that articulate. She probably can't even spell the word articulate.
Oh God. Let me just play it real quick.
Can't we walk in unison and we don't got? Okay, go ahead.
I'm breaking it down.
Break it down.
I'm breaking it down.
You got to move a little faster, because right now I'm not understanding.
That's because your mind ain't keeping up.
No, I got a very intelligent mind. It's just the way that you're articulating this conversation. It's not translating very well.
I'm dumbing it down low as I can.
Man, this is
now if he's breaking it down to the lowest common denominator, and she's saying she's still not getting it, and she's trying to make it seem like she's so way
you
up
caught
here.
that too? Oh,
so that means you really not as where you are. You really dumb as a doornail.
Well, let's go back and pause the video with her, and let me point something out to you. I want to show you something.
All right, let me pull it back up. Give me a second. And while I pull this up, a lot of people don't understand the key thing to learning or actually being the master of the mind is actually active listening. You don't always have to speak.
Failed to do.
Listening is a very key thing when it comes down to it. I'm going to play for the beginning. Tell me when to stop, Bacon.
Why can't we walk in unison and we don't?
Hold on. Stop it with her. Right there. Right there. Now look what we got here. Look.
And look how she dressed.
Let me handle it.
Okay.
What you about to say, Bacon?
Okay.
She got ink everywhere. She got blonde hair. Glasses are probably not prescription. Her butt is probably not real because there's too many rolls there. Her titties, you can breastfeed a midget. But she's talking so much. She has an identity crisis with who she is. She has failed in life. She's nothing but a piece of trash. Women, listen to me. The black men out here that are single won't say this. Those that are married know they got a good thing going on. But us like me, handsome and good-looking black man, I'm running from y'all right now. Because y'all not making sense to me. You're not an encouragement to me. You're disappointment. When I look at this lady, she's a disappointment. She's overweight. She's probably eat up with the high blood pressure and the diabetes.
Oh, God.
She probably smoked that dope. And she's unemployed.
Oh, God.
sitting there with that
You don't
fake
know.
gold chair and table, trying to impress people who
In the
don't even
audience.
like her. Look at all that evil.
And you know what else,
I
Bacon?
tell a black man, if that was me, she would be blasted. Look at that trash.
And Bacon, you know what else? It doesn't even look like she's married.
Get off the screen. She looks.
She don't even look like she's even married because there's no wedding ring, no wedding band, or nothing. So how can you talk about? How can you disrespect the man trying to explain something to you? But you may not even have nobody.
Let me put this in point. Like, I never will forget from one of my sessions from
wanna
counseling.
remove
Like, one of the key
manhood,
things.
Men like me, like you,
Well,
Joshua,
let
and
me
like
make
Chris.
let me make this point. The one of the key things that I've been told from mentors, educators, and also counseling as well is the key thing to effective and great communication is actually active listening. Not listening to respond, not listening just to prove your point. Actually listen to the individual for better understanding, that so y'all can grow together as a team. Because one thing that, like, I've been told and hear a lot is, what sense does it make to actually disrespect your partner or bring them down or not listen to them when you're working together as a team? What sense does that make? It's like, if I make a sports analogy, would a team be really good if the whole team is basically breaking down, arguing with each other, not knowing the play call, not understanding?
There, Chris, you just hit the key. You just hit the key. Slavery, what is it, colonization, has always been deliberately set up to break down the black man and strip him of his manhood and to mentally, spiritually, socially, economically.
Yeah.
And not only did the dominant culture do it, but they got the black women to help. Because remember, they don't hire black men, they hire the black
woman. Yep.
And she come home every night thinking she better than you because the dominant culture that put her up in an office behind the desk and made her so-called executive secretary. And the dominant culture woman is the top executive secretary. And she come home talking to us like a dog. No woman will ever talk that way to dog, baby. I'm not a man of violence, but I know how to walk out and leave you.
Mm-hmm.
Almost cuss.
All right,
But you got preachers, politicians who should be leaders in our community. The politicians don't want us before a box of chicken and a vote.
That's
it. Take it. And the preachers, you just the next offering. And stripped in, that's why you do not see in the church black men.
So you're saying, like, you're seeing more black men leaving the church and less black men in the church, leaving to like a lot of...
The black man, listen, Chris, the black man is not in the church simply because the black woman has what is the word?
They respect the pastor more than they do the man.
Well, not so much. They have glorified the pastor. They go home to the black pastor. They leave. The black woman leaves from church on Sunday morning and go home to her black husband who didn't go to church Sunday morning and say, the pastor say this and the pastor say that. And the pastor done this. And you know pastor's good. When you come, all she hear is the pastor, the pastor, the pastor, the pastor.
That is true.
The pastor.
That's true.
And not the message.
And some of you black men all say, damn that pastor.
Mm-hmm.
And you weak black punkish preachers ought to tell them women, go home to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me go ahead and mix it up. So I got this clip of, you have his sisters actually more on, oh God. You have this sisters actually pretty much on our side saying like a lot of issues that's going on and that needs to be addressed. So let me go ahead and play this one. Just load it up. And then next, is keep people heads up, we're going to talk about how the mother, yes, the mother can actually make a great impact of hurting the child as well. All right, so, but let me play this one, just a little bit of it. All right, here we go.
And why they just sleep with them. Listen, if I was a man, there's no way. Oh my god, like, these women talk to men so great, but that's how you know women are delusional. I don't care what you say, like, women delusional as heck, because they feel as though I can talk to you any type of way, but you're still obligated to treat me a certain type of way. First off, y'all don't know men. Period. I don't care. I sit here and argue with so many women. Like, women be saying this. Y'all don't even know what a man likes. First off, a man values respect over anything. If you ain't the minute you stop respecting a man, hang that relationship up. Hang the relationship up. Because that man may be physically with you, but he didn't check out. And he's waiting to get the woman who is going to respect him. First off, how do y'all even think that that's attractive or is sexy to be calling a man out his name? First off, if I gotta call my man a B.A. ninja, I don't even want him. Because why are you with a B.A. nigga? Like, why are you with a B.A. ninja? Why? Why would you be with him? It don't even make no sense. Women be sitting here calling men all type of names, calling them broke, basically saying like, you this, you that. But you look bad because you with him. How you think that don't make you look bad? That don't even make no sense. I don't even want no man. If I gotta call you any of them names, if I gotta disrespect you, I'm not being with you because I'm the one look stupid. Like, I don't even get like.
It's a little simple of that. And that goes across heads so many, especially nowadays in 2025. Respect goes a long way. And I don't understand like why it's a trend now to pretty much disrespect a black man, even a black young man, because they don't understand like how much that actually impacts their adulthood. Because now he has his own inner demons, maybe a lack of confidence, and now you add this element of disrespect, what he sees in his household or what his mother says, and now he goes into a world that don't really give any two damns about him, and now he has to carry all this weight, and who knows what's going to happen to him next. But what do y'all think?
Well, only thing I'm gonna say is what that young lady said is absolutely true. She hit the hammer on the nail. It's absolutely true. Because we will quickly check out mentally, and then the next thing you know, we're gonna be checking out physically. And give you the two fingers like deuce, So what she's saying is absolutely right. And then the fact that what really caught my attention the most is when she said it's a reflection of you. When you're talking about that person, it's a reflection of yourself because you chose that person. So it's a reflection of your mentality and what level that you're at. That makes that individual look some type of way.
No, listen. The systematic. Hello, Taco Bear. You got any meat?
Oh, God.
And some cheese and lettuce in between those two big old meatballs.
So where we going with this, Baker? You know how you go on when you start talking about
Let me say this. What I'm saying, that she might concur with you, is that whether or not Willie Lynch is real or not, but it divides the black people's mentality through fear. Remember, that's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. And the black woman has learned to control the black man through fear. I'm going to leave you and you going to pay child support.
You know what, Becky? Let me add on to that. I pretty much I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. And then on top of that, we lose so much leverage when we're not afraid. When we are afraid to leave. We're pretty much putting her. I'm agreeing with you. We're putting her into the point of leverage and pretty much in lead the household. Men should be able to, when things are getting to that point, be able to step away and leave. I'm agreeing with you.
Chris, I think what if Mr. Producer, just share them allow, we need to, both of these shows are very popular now. Y'all made me an important nigga.
What the hell?
Sad. I would like to go out sometime and just have a good time. But that night where I go, they talk about this show, seeing me on one, and I told them that's artificial intelligence. That's not
that's AI.
I said I'm not seeing nothing. That ain't me. Like right now, this is not me talking.
It's you generating.
In Dallas right now.
You're in Dallas.
This screen is fake, but I get it why we have to do that. And so, if you understand, but there are some sisters out there who concur. What I'm concerned with, we don't have nobody saying nothing right now but overt. Now, we got about 5 or 10. I'm learning this technology. 10 people watching look like on my end. Where are you men at? It's Tuesday night. You don't have a job.
Stan,
And
why
if you
you
do
gotta
have
come
a
out
job,
like
that
that?
woman told you need to be in because you can't hang out with the fellas,
Why
and
you
stuff.
why
Control
you
you
don't
because if you hang out, I'ma leave you. Come get these babies. And she do that. I'm gonna put all 5 of these ninjas out on the porch
Oh man. Someone
with
ain't
some
doing that job.
Pampers and sugar water.
Wait a minute. What you say
Y'all
now? You
don't know
said
nothing
sugar
about
water. You
that.
went old school, not the sugar
Yeah,
water.
sugar water. Because the
Yeah,
titties didn't
sugar
have
water.
no milk.
Lord have mercy.
All the face. Oh man. So
It's just powder.
Honest to God, the system has done a good job.
what you mean
It
by
ain't the
that?
black woman that did it. It's the dominant culture that did it through her.
Mm-hmm.
And because she was so naive, like that woman you just previously had before the other woman. Now this one last woman, bring her back. She had some nice lips.
You not about to be fantasizing about this woman. We know what you trying to say.
But, I heard a lady say the black boys are more overly disciplined. That's what brought the violent tendencies out. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. That's another form of emasculating us, making us feel we're not supposed to fight back, talk back.
All right, so I'm about to play the next clip. Now, a lot of people, I've gotten some backlash on this, but I think it's very important to bring it to the show, is how a mother raises her child can actually bring a great amount of trauma. At times, a mother can bring her own past or try to portray or push out a way that she believes a man should be onto the child and basically, crippling the child in the whole process. Now, I want to play this. I'm going to let this play out, but pay attention to the lady that's basically mediating this and how she responds to how the mother is responding to her own son. So let me play and bring this up.
On this young man 24 hours. And there's no way in the world, just reading his space, that I know he's gonna allow a man to abuse a woman in his presence.
She doesn't think about me that way. She doesn't.
Well,
because I
then
just
you
saw
don't
him
need
playing
to be
basketball and going on dates
so
together.
What? Mind your business. You say that you don't see the man that your son is. So I'm asking you, since this is not a demonstration of a man, you need to tell me what man you're using to measure him with. Which one?
My idea.
Which is your idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that the idea you trained him up to be?
No.
Oh. So how in the blazing bejesus are you holding him accountable to a standard that you didn't teach him, his father didn't give him, he don't even know what it is, and yet as his mother, you sit in his face and tell him you don't respect him as a man? Tell me how that works. Help me.
Like I said, it was events. It wasn't just.
I'm talking about
and it's
one
also
thing.
how he treats me.
Yeah, but I'm
doesn't
talking.
respect me
Hello.
as a mom,
You see, you are a provocative victim. You provoke stuff, and then when you start being held accountable for it, then you start twisting and turning and making the other person wrong. Look at me, Ma. Look at me. Look at me. You just sat here and told your son, who ain't got a needle in his arm, who I'm assuming pays his own rent. He's married to a registered nurse. He's got 3 baby boys. And you just sat here in his face and said, I don't respect him as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't think to consider what that does to his heart, to his soul, to his spirit.
I'm sure that's hurtful.
And you okay with that?
And it's hurtful for the things that he says.
But there you go. You're doing it. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now.
Because it's
I'm
like-
holding you accountable, and you spinning. You spinning your web.
I
You're
can't
trying to
say
get away.
nothing when it
You're
comes
trying
to
to get
Justin.
away. Tell me. Just here's the question. Just answer it. We'll get back to that other
Okay,
stuff later. Tell me.
Forgive me. I respect him. He's a wonderful man.
Do you understand that your mouth, your voice, your words are connected to the coils in his heart, to the valves in his heart? He can't help but love you. And every time you dishonor that love, you chip a piece of it, chip a piece of it. This is why in our culture as black people, when the boys turn a certain age, the men come and get him and take him away from the mother because she can emotionally manipulate him. But since we don't live in our culture no more, we say what we want to say, do what we want to say. We tear our men down and then wonder why they don't make good husbands and fathers. Mothers destroy sons. His mother can speak to him in certain ways that destroy him in ways that can never be repaired.
All right, so what's your thoughts off of that video?
I'll let Baker go first on this one.
But if you look at the young man, he won't even look at her because he's afraid to shed tears and start crying. Because he knows she violated him with her love. She used her love to disconnect from him, to make him become a very angry man. She don't honor nor respect him. She looked for the weak points and she pressed those buttons. Maybe it's to make him become a stronger man. Who knows? But that woman is an angry black woman, which I define most black women as. I'm getting a bitter taste each day, sometimes for them, for my own reason. Not all of it, but it's mothers like this. And then the system gets it. See, you got to understand something. Our culture, we go to work and get beat up, and we come home and get beat up. We don't have nowhere to run to.
This guy was good.
But you, mama, you got your other girlfriends, a whole slew of them you can talk to and talk about us with. And they'll agree with you until they're trying to get us in their bed.
Oh, wait, he just slipped that in.
It is what it is.
Yep.
I beat P. Diddy today. I rest my case.
This guy was good.
But you got some very disappointed men, I know, married, and they can't do like we do it. They can't even get on the phone at night after 8 o'clock.
Damn. That's like basically slavery. It's like being in the pen.
It is. You might as well leave. Because she's giving the cookies to everybody anyway.
You're just looking at shots.
You're coming in hot, but you're coming in for the fifth.
Oh, man.
And all kind of dents and hood caps in there when you go in. Spark plugs been left behind.
Spark plugs? Now, wait a goddamn minute.
Oh, what the hell? And you thinking you laying down with a clean wash towel. No, you laying down with
a dirty rag.
A dirty woman.
Oh, man.
I believe as well as the black man has been stripped of his manhood, black women has been stripped of her identity to be what you call a so-called strong black woman. Because you dye your hair blonde, you had all them extensions, we confused. Your hair blonde one day,
red the next
day.
Lord have mercy.
Purple the next day.
lashes are long like a broomstick. We don't know what we're working with. Some of you men need to go down there if you ain't ever had no babies for you. You need to go down there and see what you're working with.
Oh, man. Talking about a checkup, Baker?
Better run some inspections. Better take her to auto parts and you may have to pick your parts.
Oh, God. You something else. I'm reading the damn bell.
And I'm not an advocate for blaming the dominant culture for our problem. We have always used the dominant culture as our excuse for our lack. Stand up and be a man. That woman will respect you more. So she'll tell her women, no, baby, I need to go because this one ain't to be played with. Not from a violent standpoint, but from a respect standpoint.
Put your foot down.
You don't respect yourself, so she don't need to respect you. And especially if you ain't bringing home some bacon for her to fry up in the pan.
This guy was good.
Man, oh man. So, Jasim, what you have to say about that? I know you over here loading up the chamber. You're like, I'm gonna let Baker go first. I know you got a good
He
amount
tried
to
to
say.
sign a contract with Tyler Perry.
Nah.
You got something.
Now, what in watching that brought some memories back because I've been in that situation with that young man, with my own mother. You know, who would be real. And so I was called everything but my name and what was on my birth certificate.
Me too. I grew up thinking my name was Nick.
I grew up thinking mine was that. It was mother, you know what? And then kiss my, you know what? It was whatever came out.
Come here, and they treat you bad. You look just like your dad.
Yeah, I got that too.
Because you look like him.
I hated that. I hated that.
Look at you. Look just like him, and she treats you
that's
bad.
what I said. I understand what the gentleman on the video is feeling, because you do have a connection, or you try to make sure you have a connection with, at least with your mother. But when your mother just
I was close to my mother until she passed, but I have to say that I learned a lot, and I was privileged to be able to do what as a kid, what I enjoyed. But I get, Joshe, everybody, sometimes they take it out on us. They take it out. We, from the same neck of the woods, grew up probably around the corner, didn't know it. My daddy was a homemonger, and your daddy may mean my daddy. I don't even know. They need to run some blood work and see. We could be real brothers, Dad.
That part.
Now, when I was younger, I had curly hair like you. I look like you. We may have the same daddy because your hair looked like a little Mexican in it. And I had
that's what everybody tried to say.
Yeah, well, Doc, I had some hair like that.
You had some hair? No, let me be quiet.
We grew up around the corner. It wasn't that many in that little town. One of our daddies was a homemonger.
Oh, God. All right, so I want to make sure I put this point in as well, especially when it comes to this topic, is like how
you just got here last week.
How a lot of times we have women today that don't allow or even give a chance for a man to lead. They're so used to being upcharged and up front, and to the point where they don't want to listen, don't know how to pretty much embrace themselves as a woman, and that they pretty much love to take the control or pretty much step on.
Well, Chris, I'm sorry for interrupting, but where are the women at tonight? You know how to bring them on when I'm on another topic. Bring them on tonight. Bring Taco Bell on. What says that? Where that other lady? I ain't gonna say what I think.
You talking about Queen? Talking about the Queen?
I'll make a part 2 and bring them on to this one.
On there. No, it's 9 o'clock. Y'all had many queens.
No, I said it for another episode. I can bring a part 2 and bring them on to this topic.
But
we can go.
The young black man, there was a gentleman, I don't know his name, and this maybe was 30 years ago. He had He used to do these plays, not like that other sissy.
Oh God.
But it was a young black man had died, and no one seemed to care.
Yeah.
No, it was a guy. I forget his name, and he was actually, I think, here locally. He did a lot of plays like that other sissy, but his was more from a good standpoint. But he did a play. If you Google it, you probably can find some history. A young black man had died, and no one seemed to care. This is approximately 30 years ago. Here's the problem: is this? Nobody speaks to the black man's heart nowadays.
They don't.
That is true.
Not
and
at
black
all.
men run from all sorts of issues that we're battling, from mental health,
Yes.
from health
If
issues,
anything, we hold it in.
from diabetes, high blood pressure,
That is absolutely correct.
hating the black woman and wanting the white woman syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm going to tell on you black men. Most of y'all tell me. I ain't going to tell you your name, but you tired of these black women. Get rid of them. Go get your Indian or Spanish or something. And especially if you're my age, you ain't got about another good 20 years. Get rid of the black woman. Don't let her kill you in the next 20 years with all them turkey necks and stuff.
Did you just say turkey necks? You know you wrong.
Yeah, turkey necks and whatever they be cooking. Get rid of her. She gonna cut your little wee-wee off. That's what
Oh God. Oh no,
is.
that's diabolical. Oh no. Oh no. You going
Get me up.
Well, you
I don't want one right now.
That's what you been wanting to say
I'm
for the
a
last
fish and throw back with this.
You throw Jesus Christ.
But I mean, what he's saying is, he got a lot of good points, especially with this last video. Like I said, I've been there, done that, been through that, and an angry black mother that for some reason just, say and treat it the way what's on the video, but it has a long-term effect on a black man, especially if it comes from the mother, because the mother's supposed to be the one that nurtures their child. They're supposed to be connected with their child, but sadly, black mothers, for the most part, not all, are not being nurturers to their kids, not even to the sons. They treat their sons as
Like
if they are the husband or the boyfriend of the house.
That's why I'm gonna get me a Vietnamese.
You got to pay the bills, or you the man of the house. You never tell a child he's a man in the house, because now you just replace him having a childhood to, okay, I need to grow up fast so I can handle my business.
Give the keys to everything in the bills. Take it from here.
That'd be a reality check.
I've been there, done that.
So with that, also I want to make sure we hit this before we close it out. Is like, I feel like, and this hit on the
Chris, how many kids you have?
How many kids do I have? That was the question. I want to make sure.
Yeah, how many kids you got?
0. I'm waiting towards marriage.
Well, hold on. Let us interview you. Do you want any?
I actually do, but not until marriage.
Well, you better go get your white woman.
What the
Because these YNs that's coming out, they come out at 6 months. They got knives and AR-15.
6 months. God, Jesus.
They come out the womb with an AR-15 and a tablet and a cell phone.
Oh my.
I'm scared of you niggas. I'm scared of niggas. I'm with the dumb because these niggas are dangerous. When I'm walking down the street and going to the grocery store, I'm looking for you niggas. I'm scared of you niggas. I'm scared I'm gonna have to shoot one of y'all. Y'all dangerous. I'm not fearing for the white man. I'm scared of these niggas, these young niggas.
Oh,
And you know y'all are too.
Oh my God.
When you get out your car to go to the grocery store and lock in your car, you see them Negroes with them long braids. And you looking left and right. What's up, nigga? What's up? What's up, nigga? What you want to do? You go to clock it and clock.
Oh God.
And the little white kid can get out with little gym shorts on, little Johnny just got a private t-shirt on from his private school. And you don't realize he got a fold-up AR-15. He can shoot the whole place up. Because he looked like what is peace. But he dangerous too. I'm scared of them niggas too. They young. I'm sorry. God, get it out. My client ain't one. You see, what we used to say, black is beautiful. No, it ain't. Because the black women had told us it ain't beautiful. Because she go put on blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
And they'll tell if you see a black woman with blonde hair, blue eyes, contacts, is she's trying to identify with what is safe.
Yeah.
Now, we don't want you, because if we want you, we're going to go get a real one. Her hair belongs with her skin color.
He said
Hello.
What he said.
What he said is right.
If you could go to the liberal CNN right now, this black conservative woman, she got blonde hair.
Oh Lord.
Fake eyelashes.
Oh Lord.
She cut the eyelash. I don't know why you women cut your eyelashes out and draw them back on with a pencil. That's not.
Baker, you gonna have to run after this episode. You gonna have to run.
I'm just saying.
Lord,
we messed up. They done messed us up. I'm gonna get them back.
Oh gosh. All right, man. Let me go ahead and wrap this up because Baker he made him mad.
That's what we should have done a long time ago, wrapping it up.
Oh God.
Wrapping it up. We wouldn't have all them children.
Jesus Christ. All right, man. So, with the midst of everything, great conversation and topics as
I thought you were going to say in the midst of everything, praise God.
You gonna need them more than anything. Them Nicodemus coming after you. All right, so with that said, like Jassim, tell them audience where they can find you. What else do you have new coming up?
Oh man. All right. This is the JASSIM, Jassim from In the Trenches podcast. Hey, of course, you're gonna always catch us every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on our YouTube channel. But also, hey, if you miss it, catch us on the audio on all podcast platforms. That includes Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Apple Podcasts. So check us out. We're all over. But also, to make sure you check our website and catch our merchandise, the hottest merchandise that's out there to this day. And finally, guess what? Support us as much as you support Soul Production. Hit us up on our Patreon so that in that way, hey, what you like on our podcast, guess what? You're supporting us and we give you bigger and better content and equipment.
Like the sounds of that. All right, Baker, where can they find you at? Oh, shit.
I'm at a new location right now. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapback. And not only that, you can find me. I am not like the JASSIM. I'm down at the NIGGER on Spotify.
Oh my God. You
are
Find me laying my head between two nice, delicious pomegranates.
See, here you go. Acting up.
Resting my head between them, going to left and right to left. Mine and mine.
With that said, man, make sure that you subscribe, like, share, and keep everything going because this is a great conversation. As you know, you keep it live because we have you keep Baker riled up as always. You got Justin, gonna give him something so he can pretty much pull back and he's gonna pull that trigger as always because you know he love to pull the trigger. Baker, you want to say something else?
No, I won't say nothing.
I'm trying to make sure I don't lose my religion, and because Baker working on me.
Yeah, you working on all of us at that point. Other than that, man, we enjoyed you, all y'all, as always, as usual. And make sure you subscribe for the next episode.
Hold on, Dad.
What you see? I told you.
I found you talking the other night. The day I saw a video with you talking to them women rapping.
Yeah, trying to be a Mac Daddy.
So really, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that out there.
You know what they say, pimping ain't easy. Somebody got to do it.
You said, where were you at, Chris?
Oh, I was downtown.
Well, let me tell the people what you did. You took that lady lace out.
Oh God.
You said, what smells good like a rose?
God. I think Beck over there, finessing, reminiscing over there of his own actions.
My brother.
All right. So yeah, let's close out and subscribe next time for the next episode. Other than that, we are out and peace.
Peace.